What's going on, Shady People? Shadypenguinn here. Welcome you back to another live Pokemon Wi-Fi battle today against the Shady person, Matthew. His Twitter link is in the description. Remember, if you want a chance to be featured in one of these battles, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. My link is down there as well, and that's where I ask for these. So this week, unfortunately, my recording program decided to delete the recording of our team builder. So no, we did not have one, and it was really, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was really, really good. We went ahead and we actually used a random number generator to go ahead and choose Spaghetti as our main Pokemon, and you guys had voted on the OU tier, so we're going to be doing that. We're going to be using the OU tier for this week, and next week you guys are going to vote again on what tier you want to see, so make sure you follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm going to put the poll up about a day or two before Friday, so Thursday or Wednesday I'll put it up, or maybe even on Friday, and whatever you guys choose, what we'll see, but it can't be OU again. We're going to get some variety, but you guys can see we're not bringing a strictly OU team. We have Spaghetti, Grins Galore, both not in the OU tier. Hydreigon, English. Hydreigon is also in the UU tier. Then we have Derp 9000, Daddy, and Mole Man Mole for the rest of our team. So it was really interesting. Just really quick, there's coverage on here. I have 3 ice weaknesses. I'll talk about it as we start the battle because I feel bad. Matthew's actually been waiting a pretty long time at this point because I was having some more computer issues. Isn't that just fantastic? Wouldn't be a Shady channel if it wasn't for those. So let's take a picture of my opponent's team. He's got Keldeo, Breloom, Manectric, Jirachi. Oh man, we don't have knockoff on this team. Latios and Landorus. So I was really close to packing Pursuit on my Metagross. Kind of wish I did at this point because Metagross gets completely walled by that Jirachi. 100%. Not too sure what it can do to me, but I guess I could set up Home Claws and then try to either flinch it out or just go for some... I'd have to flinch it out. It's really the only thing I can do. Or I can go for some Ice Punches. So really unfortunate. Jirachi's going to be a problem for us. The way that we go to Jirachi is Typhlosion. But let me talk about my team a little bit since we didn't have a team builder this week. Don't worry, they'll be back next week. I want to do a true team builder like I did this week. We're not going to do a pack opening next week, pack and build, because I was really excited. I spent the time and I did a regular builder. It was like 23 minutes. I went through the whole team and my computer just said, nope, you guys don't get to see that. So it's really, really unfortunate. Hopefully this team does well. Let me know who you think is going to be the MVP of our team. Remember, we have Typhlosion, Mega Metagross, Rotom, Mo, which I went with Mo because it was the second Pokemon I chose after Spaghetti. Resists rock, immune to ground, and resists water. So I was really excited to use that. It looks like it'll be pretty good because he's got a Keldeo who we can kind of have fun with. I'm expecting the Landorus lead, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and lead Grins Galore because we can Will-O-Wisp. We can Will-O-Wisp actually anything on his team, and Grins Galore is our physical wall. So yes, a U-turn would kind of stink. I believe it's neutral after Electric because I think Electric type resists Bug. Don't quote me on that. We'll find out during this match. I feel like it does though. And we're of course gonna have three battles with this team. Kendrick is going to lead. That's going to be the Shiny Landorus. And I lead with Grins Galore. Let's see what we can do. I also decided to move the face cam down here. I know that I'm blocking the timer. I really hope that's okay with some of you guys. I will keep you posted on what the timer says if it comes down to time, but I really don't think it will. I'm gonna go ahead and click Will-O-Wisp because that was my plan all along, to just come in, click Will-O-Wisp, and call it a day. Our Excadrill is Rapid Spin Stealth Rocks. We will want to get rocks up at some point. His Defogger is in fact the Latios. So getting rid of that as soon as possible would be great. The Breloom is kind of scary against my team, even though I do have a Typhlosion. If Breloom ends up being the sub-toxic Focus Punch, it's going to tear a hole. It's definitely going to go on a tear against my team. We do have, and it stinks because my special wall or extra sponge is Slowbro, and Breloom kind of covers that. See, I was really hoping that we could just resist fighting nonstop, but it looks like we can't. Slowbro does indefinitely wall the Keldeo though, so that's kind of fun. We can, once Keldeo's in, we can go for some fun with some Slowbro. We can get some free Scalds off, potentially fire, get some burns. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you guys don't mind that a lot of you guys told me, yeah, put it back in the bottom right. It doesn't matter if you block the timer. I could make it I could make it smaller. I miss my Will-O-Wisp. That's pretty much my day in a nutshell. Now let's see if this is super effective. It is super effective and does almost, it does way too much. It does way too much. Had we gotten the burn off, it would not have done a lot at all. So my opponent just got basically free rocks. That's pretty much the epitome of my morning. Spending that like almost half hour recording that team builder and then not getting a video out of it, not getting content for you guys to watch sucks. so much. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm actually using a different recorder now because I just don't trust OBS today. I'm not trusting it. Actually, I always use XSplit for my battles just because the presets are there, to be completely honest. That's literally the only reason. We're going to see Jay-Z come out as we go for the Will-O-Wisp. It is going to connect. And this thing is burned, so that's good. We're gonna get some lefties recovery. It stinks a lot that the rocks got up for free and we didn't get to burn that Lando. If we'd burned that Lando, we would honestly be in amazing shape right now. We'd have a double burn because we definitely would have predicted the U-turn. And against this, we can go on into Derp 9000 or we can go out into our Metagross, but I really don't want to go on into Metagross. Look at my opponent's team. I mean, Metagross really isn't going to do much with the moveset that it has. Unless my opponent fears... My opponent would have to fear the Earthquake. That would be the only way, is if my opponent feared the Earthquake. So we have to get rid of that Jirachi. We're going to go out into our Slowbro here. We do have Regenerator. We are specially defensive. We do resist one of its stabs. Although I think we're just going to get a Draco dropped on us. We're going to see a Draco Meteor here. Derp 9000! Oh, he just does not look like he's ready for that. He does not look like he is ready for this. We'll see if he is. He's kind of... Woo! That is specs. No, it's life orbed. Wow. All right, so we're gonna get some nice residual damage off on this thing. That is gonna be some nice residual damage. It looks like we did around 140. Minus 2 means that it's gonna do around 70. How much HP do we have? 66. We could potentially live this. I could go ahead and just switch out into Daddy right here. Who would he switch into? Potentially Breloom. No, because Ice Beam's pretty obvious. He'd probably switch out into the Manectric if he switches out. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out into Mole Man Mole. Because if he goes for a Draco Meteor, we at least resist it with Steel typing, and he's at -2. Not going to be too bad. If he switches out, I feel like his prime target is either Manectric or the Jirachi. Either way, I think this should be fine. We're going to see Drake is going to come out. Drake the Jirachi. That's fine with me. Underwaving this thing would have been great because Choice Scarf Jirachi is pretty common. We're going to reveal our Air Balloon right now, which is unfortunate. And the only switching he has for Mole Man Mole is the Landorus, which we're probably going to see. I'm going to go ahead and get my Stealth Rocks up right now. I kind of want to Rapid Spin. We're going to see a U-turn from Drake. Drake just likes the U-turn out. Not going to do too... Ooh, is that Banded? It's a crit. Never mind, can't even tell. Balloon gets popped for free. Really unfortunate. Now Landorus can just come out. There's no reason to spin at that point because Landorus could just come back out. We're going to see Kendrick, the Landorus, hit the field. Intimidating me. That's why I didn't want to go for an Iron Head. I was like, intimidates right there. This stinks. Really, really stinks. So we're going to go ahead and get our own rocks up. And part of me wants to just hard read the U-turn. Because Grins Galore really doesn't want to come in on a U-turn. You know what? I'm going to hard read the U-turn. I'm going to hard read the U-turn and go for a Rapid Spin. I have too many immunities to Earthquake. I have Rotom and I have Hydreigon. We have a really, really, really bad bug weakness on this team. We're going to outspeed and get a Rapid Spin off. Get rid of these rocks. We're going to get hurt by the Rocky Helmet. So now we can confirm that this thing is defensive. We're going to see a Stone Edge here. He was definitely reading the switch. And I'm pretty sure he'll want to just set up rocks right now. Man, do I wish this thing was burned. Seeing that he's physically defensive makes me want to switch out into Triforce. I think he's either going to set up rocks again or go for the, I guess it's really, he has a lot of good options. He could set up rocks, he could U-turn here, predicting the switch. But we are going to see the U-turn. That's going to hurt a lot. U-turn tears this team, man. U-turn really tears this team. I just had to go off cam for that. I apologize. I had to go off cam for that. Darn it, man. Goes out into Drake. Why wouldn't he? If he's Choice Scarfed, Adamant, then we outspeed him. I think at this point I have to bank on outspeeding. I'm going for a Dark Pulse. Ooh, nope. Nope, not going to be the case, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to go down to 2 U-turns. Volt Turn is going to make it so the Triforce gets to do nothing this game. At the very least, we have our rocks up, so I'm not going to give up just yet. We have some solid residual damage going on. We see Jay-Z is going to come back out. That is going to be the Latios. Going to take Stealth Rock and Burn. This thing's 100% going to want to get a Defog off right now. This thing is going to want to get a Defog off. So how do we combat that? Unfortunately, I don't think we can. I could go out into Mole Man Mole and force an attack. Or if I'm really zesty, I just go for Stealth Rock, predicting the Defog. I know this thing is going to want to Defog. We have to have rocks up before we set up with Daddy. And I don't know that... Bullet Punch will take Latios out from this range. It might. I mean, I'm Tough Claws. You know, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to find out right now. I would run Calyx, but I really don't want to in this battle. I just don't feel like running Calyx. We have our Daddy on the field, ladies and gentlemen. Daddy. Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Let's go for the... I could go for Home Claws, but I need Bullet Punch to take him out. I really need Bullet Punch to just take this thing out. That Jirachi, such a problem. Choice Scarf Jirachi. Had I clicked Thunder Wave, man, instead of... well, I think we would have gone down to the... Oh, no, because he hard switched out. Man, that would have been amazing. We're going to get a Mega Metagross on the field, though, angry as can be. And goes for the Bullet Punch. Tough Claws. There we go. Rocks are here to stay, ladies and gentlemen. Rocks are here to stay. Woo! I love that. I love that. I definitely needed Rocks to be here to stay to have any chance of winning this match. Absolutely any chance. I mean, at this point, Mega Metagross is a monster. His best option is to go out into the Jirachi. Goes out into Kendrick. Oh, well, actually, that's a really good option as well, of course. Can't really tell you that's a bad option. Considering I made the prediction before, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go out into Grins Galore this time around. I think he'll Stealth Rock to be safe. I could Ice Punch. Oh wait, I outspeed this thing. I could have just Ice Punched it. Oh, I'm so used to Choice Scarf Lando. Well, it's okay. It's okay. We went ahead and we switched out. Got some free leftovers. And now we can pretty much, I don't want a Pain Split because if he sets up his rocks right now, that'd be super unfortunate. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Will-O-Wisp. I don't want a Pain Split. If he sets up rocks, then we will get no HP back and he will get free rocks again. So I can't have him having free rocks second time in a row. That would just be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. We're at 49 minutes. You guys can tell by the YouTube timer. We've only been battling for about 10 minutes now. I just want to keep you guys updated on that. I've chosen my move, so there's no second timer here. That was almost normal, Shady. You were so close to being normal. We're going to see the free rocks that I was talking about. That is some free rocks. We're going to get a Will-O-Wisp off. It's gonna miss again! Come on! No rest for the weary, ladies and gentlemen. Well, in that case, I'm going for a Pain Split. That is unreal, man. Willow freaking miss. Don't smile at me, Rotom. Put your grin away. I want to release you so badly. Oh, and now you're going to go for the Stone Edge. Because you're not burned, so why not? Get a Pain Split off. Give me some of that HP, because I know you got a lot of it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Give me that delicious, nutritious HP. Give me that delicious, nutritious HP. We can eat up a U-turn all day now. All right, at this point, we will go for another Will-O-Wisp. I don't think he has anything he wants to switch into, but he is going to U-turn. Manectric would probably be the best bet. That is still so much damage, man. So much damage. Really hoping we see the Rachi here. That would just be incredible. That would just be incredible. But I think Manectric is probably his best bet. Man, and he's got a Mega Manectric just waiting in the back. just waiting in the back. This is kind of why I like OU matches. They usually are pretty long in comparison to other tiers, which is great. I like long matches. I like them long. Really nice. Really nice. A lot of thought, a lot of critical thinking happens during these matches. I'm pretty sure that he's going to go into Manectric. Maybe even the Keldeo at this point. After seeing that I'm physically defensive, probably go out into Keldeo. Like I said, the only way I can win this is if I get that Jirachi needs to go. Rocks are up on both sides of the field now. Of course, I can Rapid Spin mine away at some point. I know that I'm faster than that Lando with my Excadrill, so if I ever want to trade Excadrill for no rocks, I could do that. Go back out into Mega Metagross, just click Ice Punch. J. Cole is going to come in. That is going to be the Keldeo here, so proper switch in for sure. We finally land a Will-O-Wisp when it just doesn't matter. When it just does not matter. Calm Mind Keldeo is absolutely terrifying. And I kind of want to preserve Grins Galore, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to switch out into our Slowbro, because I think that is I think Slowbro just walls this thing for days. I'm especially defensive. I resist both stabs, and usually they pack Icy Wind as the final move if it's Calm Mind. If not, we're about to learn today. If not, we are about to learn today. So Derp 9000 is going to come in. We're going to see the secret sword. It's a secret. We should be able to eat this up, no problem. We could take 2 of those, and as long as he doesn't have coverage, as long as he doesn't have like Hidden Power Electric, we should be fine. I kind of don't want to risk it. And I want to switch out, mainly because I'll get my Regenerator back as well. So I'm pretty tempted to just switch out. Now I could just fire off a Scald, but I don't think that's in our best interest. It might be, though. Let's see. If he would predict Psyshock, he'd go out into the Jirachi. I think I'm going to Thunder Wave here, predicting Jirachi. But if he goes down into Manectric, we're completely screwed. Yeah, if he goes into Manectric, we're completely screwed. I'm going to go for a Scald. He withdraws J. Cole. Please don't go into the Jirachi unless you want to get burned. I hope you get burned. Weakened the Manectric. So glad that I didn't go for that Thunder Wave as I was thinking. So very glad. Let's go ahead and get this Scald off. Maybe we can get some residual damage. No residual damage. But that's okay. That would have made things just a little bit too easy. Just a little bit too easy. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch on to Mole Man Mole. Mainly just because I feel like it. I feel like sacking off Mole Man Mole at this point. With his Pokemon as low as they are, and with Keldeo burned, the only Pokemon we really have to worry about is Jirachi. And I think that Slowbro can kind of handle Jirachi with a nice Scald. I want to Thunder Wave that thing. I really, you know what I should have done? I should have preserved Excadrill until I could Thunder Wave that Jirachi and then get a Earthquake off with my Excadrill. So that's my fault for switching on to Excadrill right here. If he does in fact go for an electric type move as I switch out to Excadrill, I will go ahead and predict the overheat and go out into something else. I just don't know what. Possibly Typhlosion. As much as I want Typhlosion to do some work in this match, it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Although that really wouldn't do much for me by doing so. We're going to break some molds, ladies and gentlemen. Manectite is going to react, and we're going to see a Mega Manectric here. Both of our Megas are shiny. And we're going to see the Intimidate here, lower my attack. And we're going to see a Thunderbolt. I am immune, of course. And now I have to predict the Fire type move and most likely go right back out into Slowbro, but then I would be sacking that off anyway. Bullet Punch can take this thing out. That's the problem, is that Bullet Punch can take this thing out. I potentially could have gone on into Metagross there, but I really didn't want to take that damage. I really did not think it wise to take that damage. Man. Double Intimidate on his team as well. So I'm going to go out into Slowbro because what's going to happen is if he goes for the Overheat, he's going to miss, or more importantly, he's going to get a special attack drop. So let's go to the Derp 9000. We're going to double switch here. We're showing off some battling prowess right now. Goes for the flame. It's the flamethrower. Well, unfortunately, it's not going to be an Overheat miss, or it's not going to be a attack drop. So we got that switch, which means we're going to get a little more of a generator. So if we're going to sack something off, we might as well do it now. The question is, do I want to risk You know what? We're gonna sack off Grins Galore. I value Mole Man Mole more. I value Mole Man Mole more than Grins Galore. I'm sorry, Grins, but you missed 2 Will-O-Wisps. You honestly deserve this. That Landorus should be burned. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see the Thunderbolts here. That'll be great if we live this. Okay, we do live this actually. And we're gonna get some more leftovers recovery. The question is my opponent gonna over-predict now? It'd be really funny. Because we're not at perfect HP yet with Slowbro, so it's pretty possible for us to. We're just gonna click Leaf Storm. We're gonna see the flamethrower right here, and down goes Grins Galore. We were just sacking it off. It would have been kind of crazy if my opponent did go for the over prediction. And even with the resistance, I think a Bullet Punch will take this thing out because we are Mega Metagross. I think it does like 40%. I think Daddy does like 40% to a Manectric. He doesn't really have any switch-ins for this thing. We could Hone Claws if we were a greedy boy, but I'm not a greedy boy. So let's go for the Bullet Punch here. I think he actually has to just stay in and take it. He's gonna withdraw. I guess the Intimidate, gonna go out into the Landorus. Goes out into Kendrick again. But Kendrick is gonna take a Bullet Punch, so we can see how much Bullet Punch does after the Stealth Rocks. It's gonna be a game of sacrificing, I think. I'm gonna have to sacrifice a lot of Pokemon, which means that I think, let's see, Bullet Punch does an okay amount, nothing too crazy. Unfortunately, we're gonna take mad Rocky Helmet damage. I could have just gone for Home Claws, that would have been perfect. But we're gonna go for an Ice Punch now. We know we outspeed. I misplayed last time. By switching out, I could have just had this thing dead and gone. This thing also could have been burned, but it's all good. Gonna fire off an Ice Punch. We could potentially see, I don't think he'll switch Manectric back in. I don't think he values Kendrick that much on my team, against my team. Like Mega Metagross is always gonna outspeed you unless you have Thunder Wave somewhere, which I don't see it. You could have Thunder Wave on Manectric, I guess, but Manectric's in range of always dying to Bullet Punch. So I don't think you'd want to do that. Oh man, imagine if I went for Home Claws, I'd have neutral attack. I'd have +1 accuracy, it'd be fantastic. We're gonna get an Ice Punch off and get rid of this thing right now. Gonna cost us some more HP because of that Rocky Helmet's bringing us down pretty low, but my opponent's only form of priority is the Mach Punch, which is neutral, mind you. It is neutral. And it is it's kind of scary. We are at -1. I have to remember that. I'm at -1 attack. I don't know if we can win this one. Currently, as I'm recording this, the Pokemon Worlds intro is going on. J. Cole is going to come back out. That's going to be the Keldeo. Super interesting play. Kind of telling me this thing is Choice Scarfed. I'm going to go right back out into Slowbro. I have to go out into Slowbro. If he takes his time to go out into his Manectric, then he got me good. He definitely gets me good. I could go for the Zen Headbutt here, but if this thing is Choice Scarfed, considering we didn't see the Calm Mind and we just saw, I don't think we saw him switch moves either. We just saw Secret Sword and then a switch out. So considering we saw that, I'm gonna go ahead and just play it safe, go into our bulky Pokemon, our Derp 9000, who's fighting for MVP right now, mind you. We're gonna see another Secret Sword, which is awesome. Oh my gosh, that's still so much damage. We get our leftovers recovery. With Landorus gone, Manectric can't switch into a Scald, so he wouldn't do that. I think he would just stay in and sack this thing off now. Or he switch out into Jirachi. I'm gonna go for a Thunder Wave predicting Jirachi, because that would win me the game. I'm gonna go for the unlikely play. Oh, come on. Come on. Young Thug? Well, if you were Toxicile, you're not anymore. If you were Toxicile, you're not anymore. Wow. I actually think I can one-shot this thing. I'm pretty positive I can one-shot this thing. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Keldeo's at a point where I think that Bullet Punch will take it out now despite resisting, because it's gonna take Stealth Rock damage when it comes back in. But I think this is the only time I'm gonna ever get Spaghetti in here. So I'm just gonna switch into my Typhlosion, get some Regenerator back. We have Young Thug paralyzed. It might just go for a Spore, which would be unfortunate. Then we should have gone for a Size Shock, but we do see the Spore. I'd honestly almost rather this thing be asleep. It could still get a focus punch off then. Let's just go for the lava plume. We're gonna see Spaghetti is fast asleep. Spaghetti, no, you're a whole wheat. Swords dance. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, lava plume. Wake up, Spaghetti. Mach punch. Is that gonna take me out? Oh, of course it will, Shady. Woo! SD. Taking me right out. Well, we don't see any life orb, which is super unfortunate. So our only chance of winning is to use our slow bro, unfortunately. Well, we have, you know, he's gone, this is his third turn before a para. He could get a full para. Let's go for the Psy Shock. He could get the full para right here. We're gonna see a Mach Punch, not gonna do nearly enough, man. Not gonna do nearly enough at all. Go for a Psy Shock. Is this gonna one-shot? It is, so we didn't even have to waste Typhlosion like that. All right, we got knowledge, I should have just trusted my gut that was gonna one-shot. So that's my own fault. Unfortunately, Manectric can just come in here and do whatever it darn well pleases. J. Cole, oh, actually J. Cole the Keldeo. Does he think I'm low enough to take me out? Or does he have a surprise move for me? I think he thinks I'm low enough to take me out. He might have a surprise move. But I have to stay in. I can't switch out into Daddy, and I can't switch out into Excadrill. I need Excadrill to take out Jirachi. Yep. Okay, so we have to just stay in Psy Shock. All right. We're gonna see the Hidden Power. Hidden Power Electric, here we go. We live in specially defensive slow bro, ladies and gentlemen. Taking out a Keldeo. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Now, had we switched out into Excadrill and that thing was Choice Scarf, it would have been over. Unless it was Hidden Power Grass, which it probably was. Makes a lot more sense for the Swamperts and what have you. So let's not get too excited. We made the right play. Now, dependent on who he switches out into, which I'm guessing the Manectric is just who he does. No matter what, I let Slowbro just drop. Slowbro just has to drop no matter what. Yeah, Slowbro just drops no matter what. Unfortunately, we haven't shown all of our moves. Weekend's gonna come back out, take some Stealth Rock damage, and that is going to be great. Derp 9000, you did your thing. You did the darn thing today. You really did. Let's go ahead and go for the Flamethrower, just in case he hard switches for no reason. Flamethrower! Can we live? Yes! Slow bro! Slow freaking bro. I mean, I guess he had to make that play. I had to misplay for him to win. Oh man, now we have options. I was thinking that like, so many things. I was thinking too many things for Choice Scarf. Before I wanted to save my, wow. Before I wanted to save my Excadrill for this Drake right here. Now I'm thinking like, just switch out and get that T-Wave off. So what would he possibly go for? If he has knockoff, he would go for that. I think I'm overthinking things. Paralyzing this thing might be the key to victory though. Like, you know what? The key to victory is not Metagross. I'm going on into Metagross. The key to victory is definitely not Metagross. At the very least, it's not Metagross. So we're gonna get Regenerator. We're gonna go on to Daddy. We're gonna see what he goes for. We're gonna see a Heart Stamp. Psychic. So goes for the Psychic type move. It's a crit. He's going for flinches. That's what he's doing. Well, that means that I just have to, I said the Bullet Punch him over and over again. He's Choice Scarfed 100%, which means that Keldeo was probably not Choice Scarfed. We're gonna see another Heart Stamp. And we can out-prioritize him each time, which means he might just run away. Wow, this was a great battle. I can't believe we won this. I can't believe we won this 3-0, man. We got behind the 8 ball for a while, but my battling thoughts just started coming out of nowhere. It really did. He's only doing 9 each time. It looks like I'm doing around 25. So I should only need 1, 2, 3. I should only need 3 more hits. Take him out, and in 3 hits, he's only going to do 27 because he's doing 9 each time, which means that we're actually going to get this 3-0. I don't even want to hone claws because there's no point. I think right now he's going to consider either switching moves. No, he can't switch. He can't switch moves. He's Choice Scarf. He would never click Heart Stamp against a Psychic type unless he was Choice Scarf. So it's not very effective. Heart Stamp comes back. Daddy is going to clean this game up, man. Woo! I didn't even need to. I was just gonna go for the Thunder Wave, paralyze this thing, and get an EQ off with Excadrill. But something went right today, boys. Something went right. I know we sacked off we had a couple of misplays. We didn't Ice Punch the Landorus. I want to remember that my Metagross is extremely fast, especially after we see the Rocky Helmet. We know that thing is defensive. It's not scarfed at all. And this last Bullet Punch should do the trick. There we go. Drake goes down. So we can glean a lot from this battle. We didn't play perfectly, but maybe in the next battle we will. Matthew, excellent game. I had a lot of fun with that battle for sure. If you guys at home enjoyed that battle, don't forget to show some shady love to that thumbs up down below and hit subscribe at the end of this video or down below this video right now so you don't miss any of our Pokemon content or any of the other content we got coming your way. I love you so much, but I'm going to get the hashtag out of here. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else,